We've seen in the past a little bit, but not as much, and definitely not this tournament.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen this particular matchup this tournament, although we have seen both these players.
Yep. So a little bit of DLC for us. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are of this matchup, Snake.
Well, my mind, first and foremost, is going back to the set against Fiji where Min grabbed through the hydrant. I'm wondering if that's going to happen again with the blocks. That was just my first...
Can you pull the man out of his home?
Yeah.
It's like knock, knock, open up the door, it's Min.
But I feel like this is one of those matchups that Min constantly talk about as being like not great for Min. Or wait, no, it's the other way around, I think. I think Steve's talked about it not being great for him because I remember early on it was kind of noted by a lot of people that like the crafting table can stop Min's arms, and then I feel like the counter discussion from the Steves, if I recall correctly, was like, yeah, no, it doesn't change the fact that the matchup is still like not great.
Steves do hate characters that can make their camping a little bit more difficult. Nobody does it better than Min. We've already seen that Chris has not really had any opportunities for rest right here.
That's true. And I feel like when it comes time for Steve to actually want to throw hands, if the Min is not present, it makes it a lot more difficult to do.
Did that armor through Ram? I don't like that.
Maybe.
The minecart seemed like it armored through it at the start, because it does have a little bit of heavy armor.
Well, Ram is not...
Doesn't do that much damage, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the strongest.
If it's percent-based armor, then yeah, it's going to be able to get through some of those weaker hitboxes. Still, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have irrational hatreds of things in this game.
No, it's understandable. It's rational.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, back me up on it. I dig it. So down smash covering several options from that get-up situation for Pink Fresh. Walls out. How is Pink Fresh going to approach this one? Pink Fresh is having a hell of a time getting around these minecarts. Feels like Pink Fresh understands you shield it and then you roll out, but 2 or 3 times in a row, just dropping shield a little bit too early to get that roll off.
Yeah, and then also I feel like it's a matter of like Min doesn't really have, again, it's one of those characters that doesn't really have any safe tools to throw out that can just get rid of like entire walls of blocks like a lot of other characters can.
I'm actually on the other side. I kind of feel like between Ram and then like Dragon Laser, you have some tools, and really they may not be the best at breaking down the whole wall. Their big benefit is that they're risk-free.
That's true, and also the Dragon Laser can go through the block, so
True,
you don't
true.
even have to worry about that. That is a good point.
So Pink Fresh got the lead trap opportunities right here, but that's the problem. Is like, what is a lead trap to a character that can pull a platform out of their places?
Out of their pocket, pretty much.
Yeah, there we go. That's the PG-13 thing I was about to say.
I mean, if we're being Minecrafty, it's out of their inventory.
There you go. There you go.
Even though you can't really place blocks in midair in Minecraft, but we don't talk about that.
No, you gotta get the old option of like holding control to like see the edge of your own block.
Yeah. But I feel like a bit of interesting adaptation from Chris, just building instead of a wall, just like a slab, pretty much. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you think your laser's gonna get through this?
Mm-hmm.
Think again.
Minecart is going to finish the job right there at 57%. Chris doesn't really need to be too worried about what Min's put down quite yet. Great platform usage right there. Toss him off stage. Are we going to get the double jump? Yes, but the minecart intercepts the Ram. Keeps Chris safe. Ooh. Oh no, you bonked.
Unfortunate. But Pink Fresh really like amped up the aggression at the end there, which I feel like was the right move because resources were kind of limited. Like arms are still gonna beat out the minecart if you're at the max range of the arm. Like the minecart's nowhere near you. You can kind of just throw that out risk-free.
That's what both these characters really like, because they both have tools that they can toss out without having to take the time to consider what their opponent's doing. Like, Min can just test out Steve by doing a mid-distance arm, or like a Dragon Laser in particular, and just say, I'm going to do this and back off and let's see what you do. Steve can do the same thing. You just toss out that minecart, jump, and wait to see if Pink Fresh gets snatched up. And if they don't, okay, back off and reset the situation.
That's true.
Those full stage pressure tools, kind of like Pac-Man Hydrant that you were talking about before, too.
Hello.
Elytra has not been working out for Chris so far this set.
Like, I was paying attention to what you were saying, but there were just some offstage shenanigans going on.
Yeah, you watch that. We watch out of the corner of our eyes, and it's always like one of those where it's like, wait a minute, what is Steve doing?
Yeah. And I feel like this is coming through for Pink Fresh even at ledge. I know that's a common thing that minions do, but I feel like it's something that Chris is going to have to consider. Just coming from like the previous games that we've seen, where it's just like, I will throw out this back air because you can't challenge it. But now you have a character that can both, doesn't even have to be in the range of the back air, and can turn that into like an opportunity to get more damage for her.
Doesn't even need to be in the same zip code as that. What was that? Like, got the up smash out and the block immediately broke, so all the lag was gone. Big Fresh with a little bit of Steve-esque tech in that situation.
And I think Chris tried to spawn like an anvil, but just didn't have the iron for it.
Yeah, just popped in midair, yeah.
Looking for the fair into that F smash round thing.
This has kind of looked a little bit brutal. Like, Chris losing that first stock has allowed Pink Fresh to just not even be in the same zip code with a lot of these attacks. Just safe pressure has been the name of the game.
Yeah, and you can definitely afford to do that a lot more when you yourself are in the lead in the game, you know? Although, Min, she wants to be at a distance anyway, because she can still kill whether she's, like, up close or not.
Continue the combo. Oh, he was facing the wrong direction. I really wanted to see Chris get the double forward air reset.
Yeah, was that... What move was that? Was that up air that took that stop?
I wasn't sure if that was up air, but I think it might have been. Interesting. Chalk that down on a list of moves you can never see kill, eh?
Yeah. No kill screen, no... I'm getting harassed by fries. Fries? Flies. But...
I'm going to say, is Ronald in the building?
I mean, I was planning on going to McDonald's after this, actually.
Yeah, exact same. I skipped dinner before coming here. It's always one of those where it's just late enough where like my meal is a Red Bull. Yeah. And I know that that's awful for me, but I can't stop. The grind being at the end of like a 50-hour work week is always the worst.
Yeah, that's awful.
But that's why we call the grind, baby. It never ends. These players out here for a little bit extra at the end of their weekly paycheck. We got to see who's going to go ahead and get the chance to fight Dexter in grand finals. Chris got to go ahead and turn it up. He wants to take Pink Fresh off his throne.
And switching to Game & Watch here, actually, which I'm not quite sure if I feel great about this counter pick, because I don't feel like it kind of solves any of the problems you were having before. Like, just there, you still... Actually, I feel like that was a different issue that Steve didn't have, where like Game & Watch actually got caught being, you know, hit right before getting the ledge by that.
G-Dub is deceptively easy to two-frame, and against, do you really want to play a character that's easy to two-frame against Min?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Because Steve has those options. You can put down your own platform and give yourself like a place to recover from. Game & Watch just has to work with the air, you know?
Does manage to make it back that time and does do the jump forward here. And that's one of those situations where I feel like you want to stay grounded a little bit in this matchup.
Yeah. And also something else I'm just now noticing is that Game & Watch, much lighter character than Steve, so I feel like all of these like moves from Min are going to be a lot more impactful and cool. Like that up air that looked like it shouldn't have killed last game, definitely would have killed Game & Watch, you know? Just getting a really well-placed up smash.
Again, yet another up smash from Pink Fresh. Not quite going to claim the stock, but Megawatt Hammer very nearly doing it. And you're seeing that weight difference cause issues here.
Speaking of smash attacks, I don't feel like we've seen too many of them from Chris throughout like this entire night. Like, certainly not as much as many other Game & Watches that are, like, not to throw shade, but just a lot of the characters like their smash attacks. Or, sorry, a lot of the players like their smash attacks.
I feel like he's been kept at, like, mid-distance this entire game, so he hasn't really had the opportunity to do much.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, when you do get close, throw a down smash. Maybe it'll work. Probably not great advice to follow, but I think it would be funny, personally.
True. When that 9 hammer coming out, though?
think I've seen a tournament be 1 to 9 hammer before. And I think it was Relwood that did it.
I would not be surprised. Rel is the kind of dude to go for it.
Yeah, getting caught by that just Dragon Arm. Yeah, I really don't think the Game & Watch was the right move to go for Chris.
So I double-checked it on my side. So DeBuzz and Pinkfresh think that this is an even matchup, but Mia thinks that it's a winning one for G-dubs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of those where the big benefits are that Game & Watch dominates offstage. Like, every time Min Min's offstage, you should be dying. Min Min cannot land against this character whatsoever, so if you ever get like an up B or a throw, the character should be at 80 to 90% or kill percent or at the ledge. The problems are you do get 2 frames a ton, you are super light, so you can't get hit by Megawatt, but